My dear students, once again I welcome you all to my channel Abrar Sir classes. Today we'll be seeing some important problems on the chapter Newton's laws of motion. This is part 3 of the video. Kindly go through the previous parts also so that you can understand the problem very clearly. This is the first problem. It is saying, first read the problem. If a bullet of mass 5 gram, okay, moving with a velocity 100 meter per second penetrates the wooden block up to how much? 6 centimeter. Then the average force imposed by the bullet on the block is, okay. Now they have given mass. Okay, they have given mass 5 gram. 5 into 10 to the -3. Okay. kg. Velocity is given. U is equal to 100 meter per second. Then block S is equal to displacement 6 centimeter. That is equal to distance or displacement 6 into 10 to the minus wooden up to right. Now we are supposed to calculate force. Force is given by what? Mass into acceleration. You should calculate acceleration. So which formula of I can use equation of motion? I can use v square is equal to u square plus of 2as. Right. Here what is happening? Penetrates the wooden block and v is equal to 0 here. V is equal to 0. Therefore 0 is equal to u square and plus of 2 retardation level minus a into s. Therefore I can write u square is equal to 2as, or from here I can calculate a is equal to u square by 2s. How much is u given? 100 the whole square. This is retardation because it is going to stop. The bullet is going to stop. V is equal to 0. Final velocity is 0. They have given initial velocity here. This is the distance covered. Okay, this is the distance covered by the bullet. S is equal to 6 centimeter. Now, calculate A. 100 the whole square divided by 2 into S is how much? 6 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Therefore, A is equal to 100 square into 10 to the power of 2 by 12. That is equal to, I will write this as 10 square. 10 square means 10 to the power of 4 I can write. 10 to the power of 4 plus 2 is 10 to the power of 6 by 12. Okay. Now let us calculate force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. How much is the mass? Mass is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. How much is the acceleration I got? This is the acceleration, that is called meter per second square. Anyhow, okay, take down this value and substitute here. 10 to the power of 6 by 12. That is F is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of 3 by 12. That is equal to 5000 by 12. 4 12s are 48. Okay, how much is the answers? Approximately it will be how much? 417. Okay, F is equal to 417 Newton will be the right answer. Hope you understood this. First read the problem and write down what is given. Mass is given, initial velocity is given, distance or displacement. This is distance covered by bullet. Okay, 6 centimeter. Where penetrates the wooden block up to 6 centimeter. Convert this into what? Kg. Convert this into what? Meters. Use what? This is equation of motion. Equation of motion. Now, because I know U, I know S. Okay, V is equal to 0 because the bullet is going to be stopped after penetrating the wooden block. Okay, therefore from here I got what? A. This is called retardation. A is equal to U square by 2S. Understood? Remember this formula. For retardation means A is equal to U square by 2S directly. So I got this much force. Hope you understood. 417 Newton. Let us go to the next problem. It is saying Newton's second law of motion gives a measurement of what? Inertia, momentum, force, acceleration. Force. Explanation I have given here. Newton's second law states that the force acting on a body is equal to the rate of change of momentum of that body. Okay. Mathematically, F is equal to what? dP by dt. Where P is what? Momentum. Since 4 is proportional to acceleration, okay, F is equal to what? M into A. Right. If mass is constant, it directly measures what? Force. Therefore, force is the right answer here. Let us go to the next problem. It is saying a force of, okay, F is given 100 times in series system of units. Mass is how much? Okay, 5 gram. Time is how much? 10 seconds. Okay. The velocity produced is how much? How much is the velocity they are asking? Okay. Now, how to calculate the velocity? How to calculate the velocity? Now, to calculate the velocity, we have the formula V is equal to F is equal to what? F is equal to M into A, right? M into A. Now from here I can calculate what? Acceleration. Okay. A is equal to how much? F by M. How much? 100 by 5. So A will be equal to how much? 20 centimeters per second square. Now what you are supposed to calculate? You are supposed to calculate velocity. From first equation of motion, I have V is equal to what? V is equal to U plus of AT. Right? Because I know T, I know A. Okay. Now we are supposed to calculate what? Velocity. I will assume initial velocity as 0 here. Okay. Therefore, V is equal to A into T. How much is A? Okay. A is, you know, T you know, right? Okay. V is equal to A. 20 into 10. That is equal to how much? 200. 200 centimeter per second. Hope you have understood this one. V is equal to. Okay. This is what? First equation of motion. This is called equation of motion. I can calculate because I know M, I know F. I can calculate acceleration from here. Use equation of motion, you will get velocity. 200 centimeter per second. Okay, they have given series system of units. CGS, centimeter, gram, and second. Okay. Next we'll see what is given. An object will continue moving uniformly until the resultant force on it increases continuously. No. The resultant force acting on it begins to decrease. No. The resultant force on it is 0. Right. This is the right option. Explanation. From Newton's first law, an object will continue to move uniformly until the resultant force on it is 0. Okay. Hope you have understood this one. Next, we'll see this one. A Diwali rocket is ejecting 0.05 kg of gases per second at a velocity of how much? 400. How much? What is given? dm by dt is given. That's equal to 0.05 kg. This is rocket. It is ejecting gases. This is the relative velocity. VR is equal to how much? 400 meters per second. The accelerating force on the rocket is, you are supposed to calculate the upward thrust, Ft. Okay, that is given by what? Ft is equal to Vt into dm by dt. This is for variable mass system. This is for variable mass system because mass is varying here. Okay. because what is F? dp by dt. That is equal to dp by dt into mb. Right. I can write the outside and we hope you understood. Okay. Now we are supposed to calculate the accelerating force on the rocket. Directly one this formula you can use. How much is Vt here? That is relative velocity. Okay, Vr is relative velocity. This is called upward thrust. Okay, this is Vr, relative velocity. Vr, this is T. Okay, do not get confused. Ft is what? Upward thrust force. Okay, that is upward thrust. Vr is what? Relative velocity. Now directly calculate Ft is equal to, hope you understood, this is upward thrust. Okay, that is a force, accelerating force. This is relative velocity. Okay, with respect to what? With respect to the rocket. Okay, relative velocity of the gases with respect to what? Rocket. Now Ft is equal to Vr dm by dt. How much is relative velocity they have given? 400 into how much is the rate of change of mass? That is 0.0. That is equal to 4 5 are 20 and then this is 20 Newton. Yeah, right. Hope you understood this one. We'll go to the next problem. It is saying a body of mass 2 kg moving on a horizontal surface with an initial velocity. Mass is 2 kg. Initial velocity is how much? 4 meters per second. Okay. Come to rest 2 seconds. Okay. Comes to rest means what? V is equal to 0. Therefore, how much is the retardation? Okay. How much is the retardation? Retardation is given by u square by 2s. Okay. Now you know v square is equal to what? U square plus of 2s. Equation of motion is equal to 0 u square plus of 2 is retardation minus. So v is equal to u square by 2s. Calculate that one. U square is how much? 4 the whole square divided by 2 into s is how much? Is s is given to rush in 2 seconds. Comes to rush in 2 seconds. Okay. If one wants to keep the body moving on the surface with the velocity of 4 meters per second, the force required is, how much is the force required? Okay. How much is the force required? Now here s is not given. Therefore I can use which formula? Okay. S is not given, no problem. I can use V is equal to U plus of AT. Okay. That is V is equal to 0, U plus of U minus of AT. Therefore, A will be equal to what? A will be equal to Q by T. That is equal to 4 by 2 is how much? 4 by 2 is 2 meters per second square. Acceleration. Okay, this is nothing but retardation. Why I am writing minus? Because V is 0 here. Okay. Now, see, if S is not given, don't use this formula. Okay. This is one formula for retardation, and this is, if S is given, this is one more formula for retardation. If what is given? T is given. If okay, T is given. So 2 meters per second square I got. Now this is the, now we'll calculating the retarding force. Retarding force equal to what? How much? F is equal to m into A. How much is m? 2 into acceleration just I got, that is 2. Okay, 2 into 2 is 4 Newton. What does it mean? This is the retarding force. F is equal to 4 Newton. What does it mean? It means that this force opposes the motion. Opposes the motion. Right. Stop. If the same amount of force is applied in forward direction, then the body will move with constant velocity. Understood? This is the force required to stop it. If the same force is applied in the opposite direction, that is in the forward direction, okay, then the body will move with constant velocity. Therefore, 4 newtons is the right answer. Okay. Hope you understood, students. If you like this video, kindly share with your friends. Ask doubts in the comment box. Like the video, and please do not forget to subscribe for my channel. I wish you all the best for your KCET, NEET and IIT JEE examinations. Thanks for watching my video.